My love, people pleasing does not actually please people. The right people, at least. I didn't even realize I was a people pleaser for the longest because I come across confident, I come across assertive, I'm confrontational. And one of my favorite things to do is just clarify language that I feel has become super mainstream, like people pleasing. When people think of a people pleaser, they think of someone who's timid and quiet and shy. And when their waiter gets the order wrong, they are scared to tell them. Or when they're at the nail salon and they don't like how their nails look, they're afraid to tell the technician. Now, those are people pleasing tendencies, but you can also be the type of person that will be like, excuse me, you made this wrong, or excuse me, can you actually file it down a little bit more? I want this shape instead of that shape. You can be the type of person like me who is not afraid and not shy to do that and still be a people pleaser in other areas of your life. The way to understand if you are a people pleaser is to think about what your decision-making process looks like when other people are involved or affected by that decision. If you are trying to figure out what to eat and you're with your partner or with your friends, do you factor what they want in more than what you want? When you're trying to figure out what to watch on Netflix with a sibling, whatever they want to watch, you just pretend you want to watch? Do you voice your opinion in those moments? When you do voice your opinion, do you get nervous that you made everyone watch something or eat something that they don't actually want because you're assuming other people are people pleasers like you? These are ways to know. Like, it's just, there's different ways to be a people pleaser. And that was the kind of people pleaser I was for a very long time. And I'm still unlearning a lot of that behavior where I'll be like, Ahmed, what do you want to eat? Like tonight, let's make food. And he'll be like, I want this. And if I wanted it like 5%, I would just focus on the 5% and not on the 95% of me that didn't want to eat that thing. So it's kind of like I would trick myself into thinking that what he wanted, I actually wanted. And it wasn't until like maybe a year into our relationship where I stopped doing that. I started being clearer, like, what do you want to eat? I don't want this or that, but I'm down to do 1, 2, and 3. And then at that point, if he picks 1, 2, or 3, I'm good. Like, genuinely, I'm good because I've made my intentions clear. The reason that I'm telling you this is because, number one, you need to realize you're a people pleaser before this video could even be relevant to you. Number two, you need to understand that people pleasing really does not please the people that you think it's pleasing. People want you to be clear. People who love you and respect you. We'll get to the other types of people later, the ones you're actually pleasing by being a people pleaser, and you'll be so surprised. But people in your life who love and respect you, they want you to be clear about what you want. It makes them feel good when you're just real about what you want to eat or what you want to do. Because when they go out and do it, number one, they don't have to sit there and wonder if you're enjoying yourself. And number two, they don't have to sit there and wonder if you're gonna resent them later on and it's gonna backfire in their faces, because that's what made me realize I wasn't helping anybody in my life by trying to please them at my expense. Because what would happen is I would do that over and over and over, and I would start feeling like certain resentment towards people, and I'd be like, why am I resenting them? And I'd look back on my behaviors and it's like, oh, it's because I did that and that because that's what they said they wanted to do, but I didn't actually want to do that and they didn't really ask for real. And I'm like, but did you ask and did you decide? Did you say yes to that? And I'm like, yeah, I did, but I don't know. I just felt like, no, you said yes to that. What reason do they have to question whether you're telling the truth in that moment or not? You're low-key being deceiving, and they're not mind readers. They don't need to read your mind and uncover that maybe you would have rather done that other thing. So when I saw myself in that light, I'm like, wow, not only am I hurting myself, but I'm hurting my relationships. I'm hurting my perception of the people in my life because I'm expecting them to be people pleasers too, where they're sitting and overanalyzing whether I'm enjoying myself, because that's what I'm sitting and thinking about. Like, does he actually like this? Is he liking what we're doing? Is he, oh my God, I know I picked the movie today. Is he enjoying the movie? Like, I would get genuinely anxious if I picked a movie and people are watching it and I'm like, oh, did I pick the wrong thing? Because I made their enjoyment so much more important than mine. I also started noticing this with certain people in my life who I would say have way more people-pleasing tendencies than me. They never gave their opinion about what they wanted. And it was so frustrating. Like when we try to figure out where we wanted to go that day, or did we want to go to this coffee shop or that coffee shop, they'd be like, whatever you guys want, whatever you guys want. And I'd be like, bro, first of all, I'm a Libra. Whatever you want is not helpful for me because I'm very indecisive. So I want to know what you don't, at the very least, what you don't want. If you're not going to be specific and tell me what you do want, I get that because I'm similar, but I just want some clarity on whether you're good with these plans or not. So that's when I realized like, oh, I'm doing this sometimes to other people. And this person who I love and respect in my life is actually not pleasing me at all by trying to please me, because they're creating so much anxiety about whether I'm a good friend, a good daughter, a good whoever to that person. I have so much anxiety about whether they feel honored in our relationship because they never are clear about what they want. And then it would later get uncovered that that's not what they really wanted. So when I say people pleasing doesn't actually please the right people, what I mean is that the only people who are pleased by your people-pleasing behaviors are the ones who are intent on manipulating you. I have a whole other video on how to be unmanipulatable. That's not what the title is, but it's just like how to not be someone that's so easily manipulated, and it ties into this. But the point here is that the only people that want you to prioritize their feelings over your own are the ones who are intent on abusing those feelings, are the ones that are intent on manipulating you through those feelings. They like that you constantly prioritize them over yourself. They like that you are self-sacrificial for their sake. So the only people in your life who want you to be a people pleaser are the ones that you don't actually want in your life. Like, I can guarantee that if you knew there was someone in your life that wanted you to put them before you, that wanted you to, I don't even want to say put them before you, because maybe if you have kids, maybe you feel like that's what you should do, but I don't even agree with that, to be honest. I love when my mom puts herself before me. I genuinely can tell you the exact moment in my teenage years when my mom started doing that, and I freaking loved and admired her for it, and it has made me a better daughter, a better person, and inshallah in the future a better mom, watching her put herself before us. So I just needed to say that for any parents on here. You will be modeling how to be an independent, self-loving person for your children if you do put yourself first. So what I think is more important is not necessarily putting yourself first. The people who want to manipulate you, if you knew there was someone in your life that wanted you to prioritize them at your expense, okay? So not just put them first, but they know that it's actually hurting you to prioritize them, and they love that. If you knew there was someone in your life like that, I can guarantee that you wouldn't want them in your life. I could guarantee that at the very least you would want more distance from that person. But I'm here to tell you that the exact people and the only people that you are rewarding and attracting by being a people pleaser are the people who want to hurt you emotionally, even physically maybe. These people want to hurt you. And you are here rewarding and enabling their manipulative behavior by being a people pleaser. The other 99% of people in your life, they don't want you to be self-sacrificial. They don't want you to put them in front of yourself. They want you to be clear about what you want so that they can figure out how to also support you. That's what I want you to understand. There is a world that exists where you are real about what you want and other people can make it work. You say what you do and don't want, and other people fall in line, just like you fall in line when other people are clear about what they want. You have this fear of rejection, or this fear that you're a burden, that other people won't adjust to the things that you say you need. And I just want to ask you, do you want people in your life who don't care about what you need? Do you want to entertain and enable and perpetuate that kind of behavior where people know something is hurting you? Yes, even something like eating something you don't actually want to eat. Like, yes, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Doing something that you don't want to do when you guys could have found something that you each wanted to do. Do you think that people in your life who love you would want to order that from that place if they knew you would genuinely not enjoy yourself? Relationships take compromise. Relationships take some negotiating. And the only way that you can foster healthy relationships in your life is if you're clear on what your needs are, what your boundaries are. And if you let other people in on what that is, you're giving them the gift of clarity so that they can feel like they're showing up in your life in a way that they're also proud of. I don't know who needed to hear this, but I really, really hope it hit home a lot different than a lot of the people-pleasing content. Number one, because I feel like a lot of us don't even know that we're people pleasers. And number two, because I want you to realize people don't want you to be like that. The people that love you want you to prioritize yourself. They want you to let them know how to better prioritize you and better take care of your needs. I love you so much. And as always, stay powerful, my loves.